Just when you thought it was safe to go back to grocery outlet, I returned, this time online, as your virtual coach. We recently had a Friday the 13th, and while I'm not normally a superstitious person, I am always up for a good omen, especially if it's pointing toward a particular goal that I've been working toward. As an endurance athlete, I've never believed in luck. In fact, I've always thought it was kind of weird when people say, good luck to you before the start of a race. I've raced hundreds of times in my life, and luck has never been a factor. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but before a race, I never say good luck to you. I always say something like, be brave or race hard. Racing is about preparation, planning, and mental toughness. There is no luck involved. This morning, I went blackberry picking. This is one of my favorite things to do this time of year here in Sonoma County. I make this great blackberry peach pie, and if you're lucky, maybe someday you'll be able to have a slice of it. Anyway, I've always kind of felt like picking blackberries is a great metaphor of life. When you go blackberry picking, you always have high hopes of finding the perfect spot and getting buckets of perfectly ripe, beautiful blackberries. The reality is that lots of times when you go to pick blackberries, you come home disappointed. Either you're too early in the season, or someone else has beaten you to the spot and picked all the good ones. If you've ever picked blackberries, you know that the vines which they grow on are very thorny. The bushes that they grow on are called thickets. Sometimes they call them brambles. One thing I've always noticed when I pick blackberries is that the biggest, ripest ones always seem to be just out of reach. There always seems to be a sea of thorns between you and the prize. But if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit in the pain and suffering department, and if you're more prepared than the other pickers, you will be successful. Hey, it's kind of like racing too. In fact, that's how life works in general. When you're trying to do something which is difficult or potentially painful, most people won't go through the steps which are necessary to achieve the highest level of success. But if you're prepared, if you have a good plan, and you're willing to suffer, then you will be successful. Today, I've hit the blackberry jackpot. Some people might think that I just got lucky, but the reality is that I've done my pre-picking homework by scouting out the perfect picking spot in advance. I'm also experienced from years of picking and have the proper gear, like this long sleeve shirt, to protect myself from the thorns. And this year, I've even taken the extra step of bringing along a step ladder to help me reach those elusive berries that otherwise might be just out of reach. Nobody else has bothered to do that. Someone once said that luck is a residue of diligence. The harder I work, the luckier I get. So keep working harder at your training than the other guy. Then take the next step and work on your mental toughness too. That's how you can count on having a bountiful harvest when the end of cross-country season rolls around. Just back from the blackberry patch with a full container of berries. This is your virtual coach signing off until next time.